up, Africa? What's up, everybody? Welcome to AfroPod. Of course, they are looking at me. I'm wearing Cameroon. I don't know why they gave me Cameroon, but Charlie, it's all in the African spirit. And I'm not playing, you know. Oh boy, my job is to do this one. No be to play football. I can't play to save my life. To even win 1 million your friends, pounds, I can't even do it. Of course, if you know, you know. So today we are here. What are we talking about? We are talking about the Afcon. Yes, there's a whole lot going on. Afcon is the new thing that is happening right now on social media, everywhere. It's the Afcon, the African Cup of Nations. And this is the 34th edition of the Cup of Nations. It started in 1957, which Egypt won their first match in Sudan. Yes, they took the first cup. And today I'm here with my people, the usual suspects. You know, these people, they not get, see, but whatever it is, trust AfroPod to give you everything from spirituality to, you know, entertainment to everything we talk about. And today we are talking about sports, the Afcon. And I have with me Mr. Sticks, the man with the bag. Mr. Sticks, do you have your bag here?
Yes, yeah, it's in my car. And then in case you know my car, please don't block me on the way. God will bless you. You did see my chada, you understand? It's only the people with the bag. And then go fear for them. You know they see them. Everything is sweet, everything is fresh. Take it away.
Did you say you did see my cheddar or my charger? Sorry. Okay, so I have Maxwell here. Maxwell, what's up? Maxwell is a sport journalist. Maxwell, what's up?
Everything fine. Yeah, I'm in red. Now, to support the Blasters looks like you being in an abusive relationship.
Oh,
yep.
That's some bars right there. Bars!
We are loving the Blasters, but Blasters is not giving us the love that we are giving back to them. So,
wow.
But then we did. As we come, we will talk about them anyway.
Sure. Troy the MC. What's up, bro?
Charlie, the best team in the world.
Hello.
Ghana.
Hello,
Ghana. You see, our next game, when we score, go here.
Who want to sweet?
You sure say you go in.
So, guys, we are here at AfroPod Studios. Comment, like, share on our Facebook, on our Instagram, and of course on our YouTube channel. Just go there and support us. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. AfroPod is live. So today let's begin with regards to the opening ceremony. I don't know if any of you watched it. I did. I'll give my comment later. But from Maxwell, did you watch the opening ceremony?
Yep, I did, and I must say I was impressed.
Okay.
In fact, from their cultural background and looking at the roadmap to the competition coming up, you know, Ivory Coast as a nation had issues. That's why we are playing 2023 Afcon in 2024. So to overcome those challenges and give us this nice cultural display and other performances, not forgetting M.SALAH's performance and all that, I think it's something that we should appreciate and then commend them about. And then again, from the Ghanaian perspective, you look at what the connection between Ghana and Ivory Coast. And if you look at our history, Ivory Coast is one of the nations that Ghana, they are Ivorian Ghanaians.
Yeah.
So there's some sort of cultural connection between Ghanaians and Ivorians.
Sometimes you even hear names.
Good. That is how come they had that Aquaba thing as being their mascot. Okay. They are Ivorian Ghanaians. So as a Ghanaian, and knowing all these things, I love the cultural display, and then to cap it all, you know, to bring M.SALAH on the stage, and as a Ghanaian, you know that sort of a thing between Ghanaians and then Nigerians. It was a nice display, and I like the how they were able to overcome the challenges. The stadium is a beautiful piece of art. You look at the lighting, the design, and some of us, we are designers, so if you see something nice in design, you have to love it. Ivory Coast as a nation is not one of the most robust when it comes to economics. Okay. But if you look at the amount of money they popped in, and when you go to Legon and ask of how much it takes to invest in a cultural group to give you that sort of performance, you open your mouth. So I must commend them, and I was glad and happy about what I saw. So these are the few things that I can share concerning the opening ceremony.
Right. That's deep. Troy, did you watch it?
No, I didn't get the chance to watch, but the few highlights that I've seen, right, it was good.
Okay.
It wasn't bad at all, right? Just like Max said, like the financial difficulties where we are, as a continent, and then being able to put all of this together, we've really done well.
Yeah.
We've really done well. I know we can do better as time goes on, but when we come back to maybe the stage props or maybe the acts, just like Max said again, like it was solid. The performances from the Magic System team, the Alade, even the cultural, troops, how it was the few, videos I've seen that told me it was good.
Okay. Sticks, you said you watch it. We had a conversation earlier. You said you watch it. And you have some few reservations.
I think in life, things tends to actually be moving forward, but Afcon now, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what's the whole world is going through financial restraint, and then the whole world is going through recession and stuff, but still they still find a way in doing what they have to do. Even they are even adding more other sports. Yeah. And then Africa, I don't know, because in 3 decades plus of my life, I've actually seen more interesting Afcons, and then we will be so excited. I don't know how we get to this level now where instead of progression, we're seeing some regression. And then I think it's not still so bad. It's a tournament. It has to happen. It was supposed to happen last year. Now it's been shifted this year. Same thing happened with the World Cup. The World Cup used to happen like in June, July during the summer break. But last year it happens around November, which is we still have a great World Cup.
To add up to that, Euro 2020
yes, please.
Was played in 2021.
In 2021.
So even the Europeans did it.
Yeah.
So I think it's...
Okay, so for you...
So I don't really know. It's not the opening ceremony per se. Okay. The ambience African Cup of Nations creates in the days back. Yeah, the joy. Even people can even use their personal money to actually travel to go and watch. They will lodge in a hotel to go and, as in, I don't know what I'd actually miss from the whole organization. Even our All African Games. Now I think it's not only football. There's something going on in the system, with the sporting system in Africa. Yeah, because if we look inward so well, we can see there's drastical, regression.
So that brings to the anyone can take it. That brings to the question with regards to the euphoria around the whole. I mean, we were here in Cannes 2008. We saw Nigeria, Ghana, and we saw how it was. After that, have we really seen anything like that? The euphoria around, like Stakes was saying, people personally would like to go. Does it have to do with the world economy, how things are hard, and Africans are, trying so hard to make ends meet? So, Charlie, some of these things don't matter to them anymore.
As humans as we are, you appreciate efforts, and the football trend that we knew 10 years ago is different from the football trend that we are seeing today. Now, you see the euphoria that he's describing, and the one that you know about our blasters. On the whole African continent, it is Senegalese that are enjoying that sort of euphoria. Now,
it's true. Yeah, it's true.
And since for the past 2-3 editions of Afcon, it is only Senegal that is playing according to the level that everybody is supposed to be at. As I'm talking to you now, Senegal is the only nation in the ongoing Afcon that has shown glimpses of being serious and wanting to retain the trophy.
Yeah.
But how come they've not really won trophies?
Good. It is because Senegal is putting things in order, and they are matching up to the new trend in football, Football changes. Now, if you want to do it and get results, forget talent. Football is now taught in classroom.
Okay.
Forget your gifts because football will be taught. Now we play instructional football. Unlike before when Ronaldinho will catch the ball and do anything with it. You can't do that in the presence of Pep Guardiola because you have been taught how to do it. And Senegal does that. Over 90% of the Senegalese team squad have been translated from under 18, 20, 23 to the national team. So anybody at all knows what to do with the ball. Now, the highest scorer in the ongoing Afcon is a Senegalese, and he's just only 20 years. And he has been translated across all the various national team youth ranks.
Okay.
Now, football, you have to be conscious, you have to prepare, you have to invest.
So, Troy, same thing
You know,
with the
with
euphoria
Senegal,
that-
right? With Senegal, just like Max said, Senegal, when they came up, boom, was it in 2004, the era of Alhaji
Yeah,
Diop,
Alhaji Diop,
and
2002.
2002,
World
they
Cup
were back.
2002.
Great. When they made it that far, they went back into the ditch. And then during the whole time where they were, retrogressing, they had plans. They started planning youth football, which we had here some years back. The Milo, the Interschools, and the rest. They did that. Years after, they started exporting players into Europe. I'm sure when we were younger, we were only getting Nigerians and Ghanaians and
Those times-
was it
Cameroon.
Senegal.
Cameroon wasn't there that much, but it was Algeria.
Haji. Yeah,
The era
okay.
of Haji.
Haji.
Cameroon was a powerhouse.
No,
Cameroon-
there
but
was Haji.
Cameroon has always been a powerhouse.
Mustafa Haji. but
I'll come to that. Cameroon were there, but Cameroon sprang up during Can 2000.
Okay.
That was when we got to know the Olympics, the Patrick Mboumes, but they were there, but they were not there like that, right? So after Senegal went down, picked up a structure, came up with it, they weren't performing after, or maybe during all the Afcons they played, and all of a sudden, Senegal comes to Afcon with almost like 19 foreign players. And it's not like they are playing second division. They play like, like top teams in Europe, right? And even in England. Even in England. Top.
Your pedigree on the continent determines the quality of team you play for.
So we are talking about Cameroon now, and the fact I like the fact that you guys are really praising Cameroon, and you are talking
Senegal.
about how
Senegal.
sorry, and about how they've been
And
able to take football to this.
Let me not cut you short.
Yeah, so I wanted to also ask, with regards to the West African players like Nigeria, Ghana, and all that, what is lacking? Is it the lack of patriotism? What is really?
It is
going
not
on?
necessarily patriotism. Now, everything has to do with project. What is project in football? Project in football is that you bring a coach, the nation at large prepares a policy or an instruction, and then it sends it to the government. The government understands and agrees with the FE. They sit down and then they agree that this is the style of football we want to play.
Yeah.
And when you decide and agree on the style you want to play, then you look out for coaches that fit the style you want to play. You don't just go and bring a coach. No.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Yeah.
You go in, bring the coach that he wants to play. Now, we're all talking about you going back to the root. Nigeria dissolved its national team.
Yeah.
Went back, picked a relatively younger team.
Yeah.
As it stands now, that Nigeria 2013 squad is one of the youngest ever squad to ever win Afcon.
Yeah.
What did they do? They went back to the kids who knew the Nigerian system, the kids that has been through the Nigerian ranks, and they came up and they won it. It tells you something. When Mohammed V of Morocco wanted to do something about football in his nation, he went back to the streets. He converted all other pitches into football pitches. He decided to invest in building Mohammed V Sporting Complex. And now Morocco is a powerhouse. They are preparing to host the World Cup in 2030. It is a conscious. Every other thing that is happening in FIFA is now happening in Morocco. You can talk of the FIFA club, whatever, FIFA conferences and meetings. They are all happening in Morocco.
Top
Why?
notch stadia.
Troy has been nodding his head like an agama lizard. Troy, you didn't finish your point.
Oh
I
no,
want
like
to
you see, it all we've been trying to talk about that structures.
Infrastructure first.
Apart from infrastructures, like, and then the football structures,
Yes.
right? Imagine we've mentioned like good old names, right? We've had people mention some of the old players, talk about them, we miss them, they did great for us and all that, right? They played in the Milo Championship. Muntari went to Okes.
Yeah,
They
Muntari
played the
was
Milo
in Okes.
Championship.
Your
They
men's
played
side was in Okes.
They played the under 14.
Under
They
14.
played 17. They played the youth, and then before they came to the national team. So during their time, when Lai Kingston closes his eyes, he knows Michael Essien is here.
Pass the ball to,
Right? And
they were playing like a team, not
and
like
they work
individuals.
today, you go wake up, they go call somebody for Newcastle, call somebody for Saudi Arabia, call somebody for Papua New Guinea. They will come. They play with no telepathy, no connection, no commitment.
You see the guy he used to play the striking role in our opening match. Yeah, boy. That white guy, that mulatto. Mulatto is not an abusive word.
Yeah,
It's
not at all. Not at all.
But then you could see that he has no connection when it comes to football with Ghana. Like,
He's a good player.
so he's a very good player. He's never a bad
He
player.
doesn't know the African terrain.
So a lot
He's
of
playing like individuals.
So a lot of people feel like he was set up to feel like it was a setup by the coach. Why should that be the case? And he was giving you an example. The 2009 under-20 squad of our nation was an example. The Black Meteors.
The
You saw what
Rashford
those
Osei,
young guys
the
did.
Nkum, the
Liadi.
Idayu, the Liadi.
When they
That's some weird names. Those times.
and
Some names like
when
that.
they transited them into the national team, you remember the Suarez incident?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
Adia.
remember the person who took the who did the kick?
Adia.
Adia, he was from the
Where's-
under
where's he
20.
now?
Oh,
He
yeah,
has,
Charlie.
he's been retired.
Charlie.
But Tony Cruz is still
Okay, I
playing.
think
Yes.
the question you
No, I
asked.
want to also come to you.
Then I
with
want to
regards
talk about the question you asked.
Okay.
It's not like our players are not being patriotic. You asked something about if it is about maybe they are not patriotic,
Yeah.
that they play like they don't want to represent the country. It's not like they are not patriotic. The thing is, there is a lot of corruptions going on in African football, where we have people who
Yes, that
actually
we-
fit into, because somebody like Kylian Mbappe should be playing for Cameroon right now. The father even did an interview on it that when he took Kylian Mbappe to Cameroon, like to the FA, like, this is my boy, he's from this country and he want to play for this country, they actually have to ask him for money.
Tariq Lamptey was
I think
another.
I heard about
Tariq
that.
Lamptey was another too.
Tariq Lamptey for Ghana was another.
And this one thing is one of the things that is actually
Killing the whole
affecting
game.
our football teams. See, we can count players. Even in Nigeria, we can count players. Somebody like Kyle Walker of Manchester City should be playing for Nigeria.
Nigeria, yeah.
Somebody like
Saka.
Bukayo Saka should be playing for Nigeria. Somebody like a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Especially
That
the
we
French
cannot
team.
even, like a lot of them, but
Especially
now
the French team.
we forgot something. We forgot that these players, their major employers are these outside clubs, these European clubs, these American clubs, these Saudi Arabia clubs. So the thing we say, if anything should happen to them, that club is the one that is still going to take the consequence of everything. Our FAs have actually been successful in abandoning our players, even at the time of need the most, apart from the whatever allowance that is being promised to pay them during the matches, nothing else they can get. Yeah. What if anybody should come to this Afcon now and get injured? And you know how you see how competitive club football is now. You don't want to, like this guy, Ishaku.
Saka, okay.
I'm not going to blame the guy. Leicester City went we were relegated last
Isha, who is
season.
the guy who did what?
In Leicester, he was invited, but he
declined- he
refused
declined the
because
invitation.
Leicester is now very, very hot in the championship now. Definitely, they will come back
Definitely,
next season to
definitely.
the main Premier League. See, the guy did not want to lose his position. Like I said, club football is very competitive nowadays. So even with injury, one slight injury like this, that's all for you. Another person will take your place, because most clubs now like sign two players in one position, so it's very competitive. The guy did not want to kind of like lose his position, is trying to stay inward. Some people, there was a lot of uproar, like it wasn't patriotic and it wasn't patriotic and it wasn't willing to play for Ghana. But it's not like that. It's not like I'm coming. Let me finish. It's not like he doesn't want to play for Ghana. The thing is, it's all about, because even if he's injured now, Ghana will not call him.
No.
Look at Partey.
Yeah. Hey, Partey.
You see, look at Thomas Partey. It's not even advisable for him to even come because he's not even fit yet for his club.
People have always been saying Partey is too known and he's that. And
even his contract is hanging now in Arsenal. So, and then if Afcon happens like once in
every 3 years,
every 3 years now or so, because before it was once in 2 years. There was a time they were pushing it to be once in 1 year. Yeah.
So let's talk about something really quick. We understand. I mean, if you say we'll go on with that one, we know we can stretch it.
I just want to finish it, and then that's it. So you see, it's not like these guys are not patriotic. Yes, it's not like it doesn't have anything to do whether they don't love their country. What is the FA of these African countries offering apart from, okay, we will give you this allowance, we will give you this, we will give, and even I think it's even kind of like insultive when you are going to tell a team that, oh, if you win this match, we will give you how much dollars. Like these boys, they don't play for that. They're playing for money in their clubs already. You get, so it's not like they're being. It's a job. It's a job. Even them coming, even the ones that come now, it's patriotism enough, because it is not easy for you to actually leave what is actually putting that major stuff in your pocket, and then you are coming for this. But if you still did not show up because even if Ishaku himself did not play well in the club side, they will not invite him.
Six. Let's look at Brandon. In other words, I mean, we saw the Ghanaian footballers when they were going with India, Kente Regalia and all that. Are we, over the years, over the period, have we really put more attention on the branding and looking so sophisticated?
And singing those plenty songs?
Other than the real thing, like the football itself, is this something that is accounting for the low?
The drama has been a part of the culture.
Yeah,
so you
for the
can't take it away.
But
Max will go.
But now football is it's a big business,
right?
And business is sponsorship. The better you brand yourself, the more you attract.
Right.
You get it. So it makes sense to brand now. Those days it used to be headphone and all that. your tracksuit and that's all.
But are we not supposed to do that? Hand in hand, branding and then doing the work.
And we only look at government giving them money or FAs paying them bonuses. But have you actually thought of the people that the FA works hand in hand with to get those money for them? That is where the branding issues comes in. You get it? Those are some of the behind the scenes stuff that go on into pushing the team to actually go for those branding aspects. And it looks good, like the fashionistas appreciate it.
But I beg, who advised me them pull that Kente? That picture with they take with the short thing. Who advised them?
It was nice. It was nice.
It was what?
It was portraying Ghanaian culture and all that.
But when they put the Kente on top, that's when it's nice. When they wear it like that, the shade was too much.
No.
Let's say be like people with just day and sour.
Forget social media. Forget social media bullying.
Right.
I don't know what.
No, with the outfit thing, I think we've now, erupted from that whole mindset where you have to look like a foreigner even in your own land. This is African Cup. So if you look at what the other teams wore, strictly African stuff. The Kente represented that. Nigerians wore their kaftans. Other people wore, other African stuff. It was nice.
Yeah.
So even if you don't know anything about the football thing or maybe any other thing associated with football, when you see them, you're like, oh, Charlie. Oh.
But people have also argued that why the Kente cloth? Wouldn't they have done anything, kaftan or something with the Kente?
Let's talk about the countries around Africa. Ghana. Everyone does kaftan.
The most expensive, fabric It's a kente.
Exactly. Everyone.
That's
does.
how come.
But Ghana is not the only country that make kente.
Yeah.
No, we're not saying that.
That's
but
absolutely
you
true,
see,
right?
it's. We know we are not the only country that does
Yep.
it. When you
Yep.
step
Because we
out
call
there,
it Ashoke.
when you step out there, people would take kente Ghana.
Ghana,
Like,
yeah,
kente
I said,
Ghana.
yeah, everybody-
Kente
Okay,
Ghana.
that's what you know. When you step out there, from my perspective, people they call them Ashoke.
Okay.
That's from the Nigerian
Ashoke.
perspective.
Uh-huh.
But
In time
kente,
past in Ghana, there was Ashoke, right?
So, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
but you see, the kente is part of our culture.
You're right.
Of
Even if
course.
you're an Ewe and you put on kente
Kente,
and you are
represents-
seen in America, Ghana.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, it's true, sure.
Yeah.
Because of
Ghana.
the color mix
color
most
mix it,
times.
yeah.
That color
Kente.
mix
So,
is
I mean,
distinctive.
Yeah.
I like it. I
Now
like
let's
that.
talk
Not
about the matches that in or how many teams do we have? How many countries do we have?
We've played about 8 matches and 32
Countries.
Okay.
countries because now they've increased the number.
Yeah.
So after group stage, we play a round of 16 and then quarter, then to semis.
So let's look at it.
It
So
used to
far,
be 16 before.
so far, have we got soccer? So far. Because me, I watched the Mozambique, I watched the Guinea, the underdogs. I was watching them keenly. And you know the funny thing about these people is that you could realize, like the likes of Egypt, Mozambique, Guinea, and all that, you could realize that they are a team that are homemade team. They play together. Like you said, when you have the ball here, you know who is at the other side that you can pass. And their speed, the agility they play. I don't know. Let's talk about
There are teams that have kept the core of the team on a consistent basis. The core of the team have played over 2 major tournaments.
Right.
You get it? And the better you keep the core of the team, the more consistent the team becomes. Ghana have had a lot of teams set up under different coaches, and so we've only won 1 match in 10 Afcon games.
Yeah.
That's serious, man.
That is serious.
Yes.
One match in 10 Afcon games.
You keep changing coaches every time. You keep bringing
The
in
system
different
keep
players
changing.
every time. So
The coaches keep coming. Everybody keep trying
their
and
own
testing.
players.
Everybody does whatever he wants. It's just like they taking you to a scientific lab and you preparing anything you want. Because there is no guideline. That guy is the coach that comes in that.
Okay.
This is what the nation wants to do.
Yeah.
This is what the AFA wants to do.
Gone are the days where we used
Good.
to have pattern of football.
Exactly.
There's the way Super Eagles they play. There's the way Black Stars they play.
the
Like,
typical
you know they
African
see them
player,
again.
4-4-2.
Simple.
The typical 4-4-2.
Because yesterday, as I was watching the
it-
was it
Oh,
yesterday or
oh,
a few days
oh,
ago?
Yeah,
Was it
it's
yesterday?
One man here, one man here.
They
one-
interchange.
one-
You see,
one point man.
also free. Beye do this one does this. Like it
Understand now.
confuses
Like, we don't have
even
pattern of
defenders.
football.
There's no
anymore.
yes, because
so-
now to have those sort of patterns, there is a document that is supposed to be prepared by the FA
Yeah,
and experts
yeah.
made of
Succession
technical
plans.
men. Then they present it to the FA. They go through it. They agree. The FA presents it to the sports ministry.
Oh, chairman.
Then the sports
Don't go do Jamafe commission.
so then the sports ministry convinces the main president. He accepts it. Every other coach, that policy will influence which coach that you bring in,
Come
the type of
follow.
coach you bring in.
You know, when they were playing the other time, I was watching on the DSTV or something, and then the guys, the commentators, and those like the panelists, they were all South Africans.
So-
and how they were talking about
Yeah.
Ghana, they were like, Ghana has lost. I was sad.
I have this lecturer in a school in Canada. After the match, we were on Zoom, and he was just like, "Hey, so it is Blasters." And then he started mentioning a lot of legends. I bet the Pele, the Kwame
In
Ayus.
2010,
Charlie.
you guys are in this country, but Ghana was playing for all Africa.
Oh, yeah.
When we lost that match, yes, that's what I talk about. When we lost that match,
exactly.
the street of Nigeria was quiet.
Charlie.
It's like say, it be like say now we.
Ghana has a match, and you realize that the whole traffic system is
Even
down.
before
Good.
20,
Everybody is rushing to go
even
and
before
watch.
20, the under 23 World Cup, the one they did with them.
Yeah.
It wa-
2009.
That was 2009 before the World Cup.
Yeah.
You should have seen
In
it
Egypt.
was played in Egypt. You should
Yeah.
have seen how the whole of Africa was rooting for Ghana.
Yes.
When we got to the penalty stages,
Yep.
it was as
And-
if Ghana be united like
That's
that.
how it
And
is.
to answer your question, Well, so far, I've seen glimpses of good football on a third eye side, third eye in technical side.
Is your mic?
You get it, technical side, not third eye as in spirituality.
No.
Please.
Third eye, one day stands inside. You see, technical person they stand inside. If they watch, you go come back and tell
in
coach.
technical side, and you'll be surprised it hasn't come. Those technical thing has not come from any of the powerhouses, with the exception of Senegal. You will see glimpses of, very good technical input and changes from the Mozambique coach, from the Mauritanians who lost this afternoon.
Yeah. Played very
From
well.
Angola, that drill, because that Angola guy brought in a player that came to win the
Tactical.
penalty.
Tactical.
And then that same guy played the penalty to equalize. And then the Cavadian coach brought in.
Yes.
When we made changes and brought Nyama
Yeah.
and Inaki Williams, you realize that in the first 5 minutes we were on top of issues. Then after that, the Canadian coach reacted, brought in two
Another-
players,
That's
and we're
tactical.
nullified.
Yeah.
Tactical.
And
You
then
didn't even feel the day are you.
No. You see, the mistake.
The man of the Jiku was
Please adjust your mic.
was
eh?
the best.
See, you see, the thing, so here's the thing. You are down. You equalize. Why are you in a rush to do the changes? The two people you brought in as players with speed, Nyama, top speed, Inaki, top speed. See, you needed to neutralize. Right? Even when you brought in Nyama, you were not supplying. The guy they stand there. Nobody they supply and plus ball.
And then again,
oh my
Senegal,
goodness.
they didn't leave any stone unturned. They took the guys on straight from first second. They
Like
took
people
it
on the roll.
like
Charlie,
first
time no
second,
dey, time
first
no dey.
second of the match,
Time no
first
dey.
second as the match started.
No day, second.
They were on
Go.
them. They didn't
Time
give
no
them
dey.
any chance.
Time no
And so
dey.
far, they are the only side with 3-goal lead without conceding.
Yeah.
That's all.
Clean
And
sheet.
so those are, if you ask me, if you've had football, these are the few teams, and it doesn't even come from the favorites.
No,
it
no,
didn't
no,
come
no.
from Egypt
Algeria.
because Mozambique almost tore their heads off.
Is it,
Oh,
is
yeah.
it, is it that,
To a
is it
1-1
that
draw.
most of all, is it that in Africa now, we don't have small teams anymore? Like
Yes, there are
Small
no
teams
small
no
teams anymore.
And
Everybody's
Because
playing.
do you know why?
Pick a vet that was shot.
Do you know why?
Everybody knows.
The big boys are actually relying on their talent and their name,
Yeah.
their past
That's
glories.
not enough.
And the younger ones are actually doing the right thing.
They want to make a name
they're
for
hungry.
themselves.
Infrastructure,
Yeah.
input. Comoros
Afcon
and
is
Mauritania.
predictable before.
The sports minister of Mauritania was trained in Portugal.
Wow.
And when he got back to Mauritania, he had to convert fishing hubs into pitches and train them.
Wow.
And now look at where Mauritania is. They are playing some beautiful kind of football.
Let's look at so far injuries and also those who are not able to play or they were called, but because of injuries they couldn't come and all that.
Injuries in football is just like coaches and being sacked or losing your job. Jose Mourinho is gone. Jose Mourinho has lost his job in Roma.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Just this
Oh,
morning.
we don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, this morning.
Just this morning.
just this
Just
morning.
this morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's gone.
What did
That's
he do?
football.
So
No, he didn't do anything. That's
he had
football.
been
Results
sacked.
wasn't coming.
Results were not coming. He has been sacked. It's so players also see injuries as being part of their daily routine. And so it is not always good. The one person that his injury that pains me a lot is Boniface of Nigeria.
That's what I wanted to say.
It's really
So
pains me a
painful.
lot.
Well, I cannot even understand.
If you look at the roadmap to where he has gotten to, and he getting opportunity to compete in the biggest ever football tournament on the African continent and losing it, I see it as a little bit of dent on his appreciation on
Yeah.
how he's
Yeah.
climbing, because technically, physiques, general performance,
on
the guy
fire.
is there. Boniface could have made Victor Osimhen's job easier in the
Easier.
Nigerian team setup,
Who could have scored 5
because
that day?
Boniface,
No. If you watch the match,
Boniface is that sort of a player that he will not always want to score, but he will want to put you on. And that is a sort of a killer that Victor Osimhen is.
And is he one of the youngest players, or he's been around?
Yes, he's quite younger. He's quite younger. He's been around, but he's now getting to the form of his life. What he's doing with the Bayer Leverkusen team. Since he got to Bayer Leverkusen, he has won Player of the Month in Bundesliga since we started Bundesliga.
I tell you.
From August, November, October, December to now.
Till December, yeah. In fact, it was the greatest exploit we want to take. Not even Osimhen.
Leading in assists.
Not even Osimhen.
Leading in goals in Bundesliga. The guy is just on a certain level. And then we can talk of Kudus. Kudus is back in camp with the Blasters, but he's injured. There's one thing I wanted to stress on. If the Ghanaian FA is not careful, clubs will keep blocking our biggest asset as Black Stars. Arsenal started assigning a rep to party to the Black Stars camp. And now, we don't have 100% control on party. But when you go to FIFA welfare rules, every player belongs to the national team first before any other thing. But because the nation and the FA is not playing its cards well, very soon we'll lose Nyama. Very soon we'll lose Isaaku. Very, very soon, even Inaki Williams. If you remember very well, when the call-ups came, Atletico Bilbao wanted to play tricks. On their official site, they released that Inaki Williams was injured. It was a trick. I'm telling you on record that Partey became fit before even the call-up came. But Arsenal is protecting him. And it is a Mikel Arteta trick.
But for Partey, I'm an Arsenal football fan.
I'm also an Arsenal fan.
Yeah. For Partey, I think it would be wise for him not to come to the Afcon.
Yeah.
Because he has a lot of work to do now. Yeah. He even needs to get fit first. Let alone now, you need to now come into the team and compete with a guy called Declan Rice. I don't know if Arteta would like to play them together. But if he still insists he's not playing them together, then he will have to still stay on the bench for Declan. Because that guy is justifying the £105 million.
So the aside injury thing you're talking about, there have been incidents during the course of the game that the weather is also not helping them. The Egyptians complain, and it looks like it is having adverse effect on the general result of the North Africans. As the competition proceeds, as at now, no North African nation has been able to record a win in the ongoing Afcon. So
we'll talk about. There's something I want us to talk about, especially the coaching and controversies and all that. But with this being said, Troy, do you think that African football has a future with regards to, especially West Africa? Because we, for some time now, it's been very shaky. Do you think that we have a future when it comes to this football?
Yes, we have a future. When you take politics out of the football, so that's what's happening.
You can never take politics out of football.
You can
never take politics out of football.
That's why we have Ministry
the
of Sport.
interference is too much. That's the only way. Right? Just like my friends are saying, you can't take it out. But even if you can't, you can at least minimize it.
You can lobby.
Because it's very bad to the extent that politicians even lobby for players to come and play. Right. And then influential people
level,
do the same thing. They lobby for players to come and play. Here's the thing. Let's talk about Ghana per se. Our local league.
Condemn.
Bad. Right? So how would you be able to even get local players to even play the Black Stars? Gone are the days when you had the whole 11 coming from Kotoko and Hearts. Today, how many local players do we get for the Black Stars?
Richmond Lamptey.
The Kotoko guy.
Yeah, he's the only one who made it.
And you see, and it's very bad. And the only way we can do better is when we do away with this politics in the football. And it cuts across.
Yeah, it cuts across.
It cuts across.
Yeah, you're trying to say we should look into the grassroots more.
That's you see,
Coast to coast,
that be my main. That
now
be my
you will not
main
find any
thing.
coast
Right now,
Egypt did it.
Right now, you see, you are talking about grounds being transformed into pitches.
Yeah.
Over here, it's being sold to real estate. It's being sold to rich people to build big houses on it. That's you see.
Whoever they are building for crowds.
In the past, I could even close my eyes and mention all the pictures and maybe Nima, Madina, DC, Teshi. But today, you go construct some AstroTurf and you come and tell us, oh, you've done well AstroTurf. Because you wanted to shift the goalpost, come and play here. Let me use this place for real estate. And it's hurting us, right?
Really
Today, mark it on the wall somewhere. After this Afcon, the next time you see Black Stars or maybe any other team, there are going to be new faces, like 80%.
Yeah, there's no future.
So when it keeps going that way, what the future
like, this is like a...
What the future is? You're talking about injuries. Kudus like this, he's not for. He couldn't even play at the last Afcon. Before this one, injury. That one to be injury. This one to be injury.
Growing.
That's every player's nightmare. Injury.
The next Afcon, he go chop 26.
Yeah.
Right.
He's gone.
Charlie, is this?
So you're talking about converting of pitches and all that. I did a whole thesis on AstroTurf.
I think we should take.
Let him.
I mean, we are becoming okay.
I did a whole thesis on AstroTurf.
Okay.
And I'll tell you on record that most of the AstroTurf they are using here is rather killing us than supporting us. Yes.
And they know.
They know.
Oh, massa.
It is cheaper. The mode of construction, it brings a whole lot of diseases and increase in electricity, serious injuries, because they are a type of boots that you use on AstroTurf.
That's why when you go to this place, they'll tell you no sliding.
Yeah, no good. They'll tell you no sliding.
No sliding. Most of the Astro, they'll tell you no
Thank
sliding.
God.
That's not.
And the acceleration of football, how the ball moves on AstroTurf is different from how the ball moves on
the
normal turf.
Guys, you see how emotional we. I mean, Charlie, everybody here, you could see from their submission that Charlie, everybody loves soccer. We all love the game. Why? What is happening now? This, like I said earlier on, let's talk about coaches and controversies. You made a point earlier on that if we have something like a blueprint, why are we not being able to have, like a local coach who knows the rudiments of the game and can take, the controversies. One of the things that happened just at the Afcon, that there's a guy who has been arrested.
Yeah.
He went to attack the coach.
Yeah.
You see the passion in which we are talking here. That's the passion everybody has.
Yeah.
So let's talk about these things and also profess some solutions.
We have a blueprint to move blueprints.
Blue black.
We've had some before. I don't know if you guys remember. He's now dead and gone. The late Ben Kofi. If you remember him, the late Ben Kofi.
Yeah, he was the GFA president.
He did a 10-year development plan. And the national under-20 team that won the 2009 World Cup was the last set of group that went through that development plan.
So now it's science and
football is purely science now.
It's
football
it's
is
almost
purely
like
data.
that all over everywhere.
Football is scientific,
in Africa.
bro. Football is scientific. You don't depend on your talent. You don't depend on I've done it before. Now, before we can get back to the Ghana we used to be, we have to go back to it. There is no future without past, unless we go back to it. If not, if you are not ready to go back to the past, if you are not ready to do the good thing, have the blueprint, have agreement, sign, contract, sponsorship, and all that, we shouldn't think of winning anything big. We'll keep wasting our talent. Like I said, the reason why Senior Man is saying that Ghana is feared and being scared of by Nigerians is because in every 6 players you pick in Ghana, 3 of them they have talent from above. Talent from above. Sulemana, you see, we are not mentioning Sulemana Mohammed. We are not mentioning him. He's one of the most talented guys, but we've never had anything good from him. The talent makes the difference when the game becomes difficult, when things becomes tough. That is when the talent will make a difference. Aside that, every other person keeps playing. Any other nation can outwit you.
Black Stars, as they stand in this form and the current squad that we have, do you think that we can progress, Troy? Do you think we can progress?
No, in a tournament.
Yeah, in this tournament.
You see, football, check like gambling. You never know. You go feel roll the dice. You go be 0 now.
Because our
But
next game is with Egypt.
No, it doesn't matter. That's you see, that's the thing with football. You see, football, football be very tricky. We go feel beat Egypt. There's no doubt about it, regardless of the players they have. But our problem is, Max spoke about coaching. How many coaches have we had in the past 5 years?
In the past 5 years, we've had about 4 because Apia, one Serbian.
Avram Grant came, right?
Avram Grant,
And
yep.
then,
We've had about.
what's his name?
we've had
Otoado.
Yeah.
And we seem to have appetite for foreign
we
coaches.
have- we have-
Like, what's the reason?
So
And we are not even smart.
I'm coming back to the point. He spoke about transitional plan, the blueprint and all that. We have Ghanaman Center of Excellence at Pram Pram.
No,
Great.
it's not a cemetery, I beg.
Great. What are we doing with that one? You bring in coaches day in, day out. We don't even know their philosophy. We don't even know their style of play. Whether they are playing tiki-taka, whether they are playing whatever. We don't even know the style of play they are playing. Look at the Black Stars formation we played, I think, some few days ago.
3 days.
4-3-2-1. See, that no be Africa. 4-4-2. The top two interchange. They confuse defenders like this. That's what we are. You bring someone highly recommended. Oh, you coach somewhere before. This is Africa. This is not a club side. This is a club side. You go buy Galaxy of Stars and put them together. This be country, right? We spoke about some of the teams who are doing well. And then we spoke, I think Mauritania or something.
Yeah, Cape Verde,
Locally bred
Mozambique.
players, right? See, I swear to
But don't
God,
forget that
I
South
swear
Africa
to
brought locally bred players.
Yes. See,
They
I
chop 'em.
swear to God, if you put Kotoko or Adriana Stars to this tax, then go perform. See, they are hungry.
Than the Black Stars.
I said they are hungry. They are not getting the opportunity.
Troy, what are you saying?
See, the boys are hungry. They won't go Europe. So this, before you shine in Europe, you first shine for your countryside.
But that has been our problem.
So
Always
they
we
know
are
they do.
looking at Europe and then we leave.
See, we get
You'll be hungry from the beginning,
We get
get there and move to Europe.
We get GFA president. Right? You for make sure say when I leave the flourish. What happened? Match this. What happened to our league?
We don't even know. We now don't have a sponsor stuff.
I don't think.
bet-
Charlie,
I
I
don't
know
know.
I'm
They've
vexed,
terminated
I
our
know I'm
contract.
vexed, talk
Our
to
league
you,
is
sir.
sponsorless.
I don't think sometimes
vexed.
it has to do with if it is just foreign players or this thing. I remember 2010. Most of those boys are foreigners.
The Ghanaian team.
Yes, most
Which
of
one?
those
The-
boys. 2010, bro.
Which team are you talking about?
2010
No,
World Cup
No,
where we
two
have the
teams.
Michael
The
Essien.
senior. The
We are
Michael
talking
Essien-
about the.
Michael Essien.
Let me tell you, they were local players. Michael Essien played for Liberty.
Now we're talking
Professionals.
about a tournament.
No,
He's talking about a tournament.
We're talking
know
about
the
a tournament.
See, they played from somewhere before they left.
Exactly.
These players, if you like, let's put their CV down.
They were products of the system before they left for abroad.
See, what I'm trying to say is, if you say
It's one
Asante
vex.
Kotoko go fit go do that job, I fit still tell you say nah lie.
Nah,
what?
true.
They go fit still fuck up because
They no go fuck up.
South Africa carry most of. You know how long Kaiser Chiefs and the Sundowns has been
Sundowns,
dominating
yeah,
African
yeah,
football now.
yeah.
But do you know they've been dominating?
Sundowns is on top now.
They've been dominating CAF Champions League
I
back to
know.
back. In fact,
I know.
they are actually the ones that have
I know.
some of the best players in Africa now.
Yeah.
When you
But
look
most
at
of their players,
when you look at the clubs with highest
you.
representative in the ongoing,
yeah, and they've been dominating Africa.
Sundowns is first.
Yeah. You
So
see,
that logic might not work. It's not
see,
one
bro,
of
me
the
to me. You see, to me personally, it go work. This South African team. let
And
me
you
tell
can say
South
to
African,
you,
they
it's
pump money into
football.
the league. The players know the hunger. When a local player, then the hunger. Make I give you a typical example. House of Folk, right? The late John Satuko Ifeanyi carried House of Folk 11 to Nigeria. What you go play? You know, we draw a play for Nigeria. You come here, can't win game.
Troy, maybe we have too much.
I will do something before.
We're talking of
Charlie, we do something.
We
Let
are-
me tell you, when I play, I said they are hungry.
We are
But
talking
they are
of
not getting the
Afcon, bro.
opportunity. The
We are
fact that you play
talking-
for Europe,
you are talking-
not the miss.
okay, the art of also you talk.
The Canadian team.
Yeah,
The
the
Canadian team. How
I
many
was
foreign players
surprised.
inside?
The art of
Canadian
Oaks-
team. How many foreign players?
The art of Oaks you are talking about is not just to I need points. The acts
That
of
is why we
oaths
are telling
you are
you
talking about.
systems.
Did
It
they
happened
play
before.
in the
You
CAF
got to be happy.
Champions League?
They do.
Do they play in the CAF Champions League?
them,
Where did they ever get to? I'm trying to tell
Hey, you
you.
saw what the House of Folk?
Where did they ever get to in the Champions
Hey,
League?
tell him. No, tell him.
No, where did they ever get to in
the
Champions
winner.
League?
The winner. You never know. House of Folk win before.
When?
Tell him.
When? What
2000.
They won in 2000.
Oh my God!
That's
Can you?
That's how many years ago.
Are you joking me,
Don't
bro?
make it seem like it may exist. They won before. House of Folk
That is
win
not
the
what I'm talking about.
Kotoko 2005 was club of the
Charlie, let's
season.
lower
And
the
then-
What are you talking
let's
about?
lower the
Even
heat.
see, we've stopped.
See,
Ever
I've
since
just
Haris
given you
Akor,
examples.
Herbert Mensah stopped,
I've
pursuing. When Ali died.
I've
Why are
just
these
given you
people with so much
examples.
experience? Why are they
I'm
not?
just giving you examples. Sundowns, they are the rulers of African football.
Oh yeah.
Most of the players they brought to the Afcon, majority are from Sundown.
Yeah.
And then chop am today. Then chop am woto. So I dey tell you, say it's not every time. And I brought you back to 2010.
Yeah.
I told you that's why I agree with your logic, because there was a time in Nigeria too when we followed that system from 1990 to 1999 to 2000, and then like that we were following that logic. I remember when they played Nigeria 99, where Ronaldinho came, all of them. Yeah, then that was when we have the likes of Kanu Wanko and all those people. So they
Video
grew
coach,
to that ranks. As you are going, they promote you. We have Mikel Obi too,
Yeah.
people like that who
Yeah.
enjoy that rank.
Yeah.
That system is what I felt would solve this. Because when Ghana did it, it worked.
You got that somewhere.
We can't just say we are just going to carry Asante Kotoko to come play. We need to have a system. There's a system that has been followed, and then the football in the country was actually much sustainable. And then we all can see, we all can even point to, oh man, Ghana now is a powerhouse in football.
Yeah.
Those days.
But
Yeah.
we can't just say, that's why I make reference to 2010. Most of that squad, they are players from outside.
Yeah.
Guys, let's look at
They started from here.
Yes.
They play. See,
That is
they
not
played
the-
our league.
He's not
They
disputing that fact.
Then played our league. They
There's
don't play
a
our league.
difference
Yeah.
between
They don't play our league.
understanding.
They don't play our league.
boys and football.
Even if they play, they don't play our
small
league
ball
before
with
they
23
They play
people
for you
with
before they
one
go.
hole. One hole.
They play. These people then they play. How many of them play?
One hole. Oh.
I mean, see, like producer, play out the video. The second video came.
I beg you. Producer will play it. See, guys. Joy.
Mohamed Salisu.
Yeah, Mohamed Salisu.
A
Guys,
whole built player.
guys,
Yes,
let's
they
look
play
at
for
something.
you.
Let's look at something. Okay, so, guys, one of the things we talk about is the European clubs. Now, there's a whole lot of discussion about moving the Afcon to somewhere. Is it May or November or something?
June, July.
June, July. And Charlie,
The summer break.
I think they said
Summer
the
break.
Napoli president or the Napoli whatever said it wasn't.
The Laurentians make you come up for that.
See exactly what are the country.
Make
Why?
it come
Why?
up
Make it
for
come
that.
up
Why?
for them.
Why?
Make, you know, the African player they dominate the league for this. See what Osimhen
He
did before.
himself, he's just a
Italy.
professional
Forget
photographer who
about-
made some
They're
money.
just thinking about
But
their
is that the reason
investment.
why
I don't
Manchester
know.
doesn't sign African players? That
Yeah,
the
it contributes. It's part
It's
of it.
one.
You know, Alex Ferguson made it a culture in
Yeah.
United because in his over 2 decades as United, he didn't. And most of the reason was that the players who leave for Afcon in January.
You only have this guy from South Africa.
Yeah,
What is his name again?
No, he
Forgot his name.
is it Manucho?
Manucho from Angola.
Mucho from
Manucho.
Angola.
Mucho again,
Manucho.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Manucho
But
from
a guy that was part of that. There's this guy from South Africa way back.
Benny McCarthy.
McCarthy.
McCarthy is
No, not Benny McCarthy.
No, McCarthy.
There's
No.
a guy. Oh,
Okay.
I've forgotten his
Where he play
name.
for Man U.
Yeah, it was really a starter.
Okay.
Oh, he used to buy up this Sakura. Oh, I've forgotten
that?
his name. Why did his name just run
That
away?
was so
That was
expensive.
one player that really played
So-
well.
But let's look at, is it
Ferguson
something
made
that
it-
is going to help?
Ferguson made it a culture in United, fine. But, you know, we always talk about we getting respect, we being respected, and the Europeans having some sort of respect to us. I think the CAF executive shouldn't feel pressured. This is one of the means by which we can use to earn some sort of respect from them. The English people or the English Premier League brand feels like it can do without the Africans. Now Africans are living and they have issues with it. If you say you can do without us, what's your problem? Do it. Now a lot of them are complaining. You see most of the fans following the players down here. Osimhen has Napoli fans in Cote d'Ivoire.
They came. Yeah,
Kudus has West Ham fans
They came.
in Cote d'Ivoire.
Even for Fana.
Even Liverpool has.
I remember the guy's name, Quentin Fortune.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Quentin
Fortune.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see, these are some of the means that we can use to have that and that sort of respect. That without us, you can't do it. If you can do it, then shut up. Don't compete, because this is us. And then one of the reasons why CAF hasn't been able to regulate the timing to a time or a period that will fit with the Europeans is that on the African continent, some leagues even start as late as December. Some leagues start in January. Some leagues on African continent start in January.
They feed the indefinite. They know if you start.
As we speak, the Ghana Premier League is ongoing also. They want to, put things in order so that they can go with the European system. So they've pushed things back.
But me, I'm afraid though.
You're afraid of?
Like you said, now football is science and data. If you are saying that they said they can do it, so yeah, they should do it. What about if we know these European people?
They can.
What about if they actually build
Do you know
people that
something?
they don't need
Do
Africans?
you know
again?
something?
They
If
need
they
you
can do
pass,
it
we need
alone,
them.
if they can do it alone, they will never tamper with us. With all that sort of nasty slavery thing they took us to. If they can do it
They
alone,
can't do that.
They didn't need us
they would
first.
have never. Tempted me.
You've already even given rooms to racism. Big time.
See, let's be honest.
Big time.
Let's be honest. When did Africa as a continent started watching European
leagues.
Good.
When?
Shock.
Just recently,
And when you look at
10 years.
and when you look at super sports,
No, that's you. It's not
This-
10 years, so it's been long.
it's not even
Oh, it passed.
It's been long. No.
When?
I've been watching club football since 90s.
Hey,
see? And you know what? People's attention haven't actually gotten to this level. When you take Sky Sports and Super Sports, their statistical evaluation, Africa watches EPL more than any other country. So they are actually crying for their viewership and not necessarily the players.
Even when
You're
Nigeria,
getting it.
even when Nigeria had a problem with them, was like their consumer market was like DSTV is expensive.
Good.
Reduce for us, else we won't
We
use
won't
it.
use it.
They reduced it.
No,
But
they
over
don't.
years we did Ghana here. If you be 100, if you no go pay, stop. If you go pay. But they not say these people get the numbers.
Now, if I get the message, I
My
don't
brother.
okay.
Like my brother, generally, anywhere where government say muku face, now they will they face.
So
no.
Europeans are smart.
Yeah, of course.
They are very smart. They are actually looking at their pocket, but they are using the players as a decoy. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So let's not be fooled.
No.
We should never give in to whatever things that
We should leave it in January. They should be trying their best.
He's a professional photographer who had some money and the chance came and then he purchased Napoli. He has no who.
Those ones.
You know shit like this. You know who for talk things like Florentino Perez.
Exactly.
He be for the talk. Florentino Perez for the talk things like this. Cause he be like football
the
god.
president
He
of
for the talk things
Barcelona,
like
them,
this. Now
they are
photographer
PSG and
there.
co.
PSG and
Brass
co.
and me photo there.
Professional photo. You
But in all of this, don't we think, sir, it has really, that is what has really lowered the passion and the euphoria around it?
not necessarily.
That's not even part of it.
Have you noticed
You open a
something?
commentary.
Africans, we are such that we love our own thing. Ours first. Mohamed Salah is now, whether you like it or not, Mohamed Salah is the face of EPL now.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, they would never accept that fact. So they are projecting the lives of Alexander Arnold and
Yeah.
when you like it or not, Mohamed Salah is the face of EPL.
Wow.
You get it? And he was even one of the very first foreigners to report at the camp of Egypt. I'm telling you. So, Africans will always
And I
choose
think-
ours. Why is Kudus in camp and he has come out to even write an apology letter
Yeah.
to every Ghanaian?
I mean,
Who
so
always
do
come.
this one, they warm up.
Yes. we will always love
But is there a
ours.
chance that he'll play? Or
There's a possibility
There's a
that he will
possibility,
play.
but I think he shouldn't risk it.
Us and the number of minutes, us and significant number of minutes, we are yet to know.
We get players and go fit play.
Yes. So
See, arrange them.
we can't buy into
The selection
any pressure,
sometimes,
any
selection.
PR pressure from any foreigner.
But we all agree also that the passion has gone down.
Yes,
go.
we agreed because we are not doing the right thing.
Go.
You get it? We are not doing the right
So
thing.
it's not the players' fault.
It is not the
No.
players' fault. We are not
It's not
doing the
because
right
they are
thing.
getting the money. It's not the money factor.
You see, you are talking about player exodus in West Africa. When you take the statistics in terms of player exodus, Senegal ranks as one of the very first countries that sells their players or their prospect out. But they have a way of doing it. Alhaji Diop now owns Senegal team
Sure.
every time now.
Yeah.
Huh.
He is one guy that if you are doing it, you have to get somebody from the country or from the FA monitoring the move. There are so many ways of guiding a talent to actually live up to your potentials.
Chroma the FA near town.
You get it? You turn a talent, we don't do follow-ups. Alhaji Diop.
Just scanning a D.
Alhaji Diop. So, even a rice production country staff, Diop will come there.
Yeah.
The Lamine Kamara guy now make no some 20 out guy now I said Wabo Breeze no. PSG, Man City came to buy him in 2021 when he was 18. And the whole Senegalese FA refused. Because they know what we are doing. Fast forward, last year they sold him to Metz
Wow.
in France.
In France.
Why did they sell him to Metz? Alhaji Diop went there. He studied the system. We
That's
keep
a good
repeating project. He studied the project, and he has realized that per the performance and the potentials of the guy, it will fit that project.
So they are very
Hence,
proactive.
they are proactive.
They might not even
Hence,
get a chance in PSG.
Good.
And when you don't have game time,
Good.
you don't get
you don't
chances.
get a chance.
But over here, we sack on our own players
Omo
off
guide,
Black Stars.
they even guide
Oh,
your,
we sack them.
your
Black
destination
Stars.
based on your abilities. But ask yourself, that's why M.SALAH is part.
No, call.
Southampton. Now I say you now call.
Now when our own players, they don't
France.
if you go close to
They,
Black
they
Stars.
can't even go close.
Then they push them
All the
away.
says he's a goalkeeper's coach. I don't
I
quite, we don't
won't
see
go
the
there.
work
I
he
won't
they
go
do.
there, sef.
I saw Asamoah Gyan sitting in.
Yeah, Samoa
He the ambassador for CAF.
You know, if
So
he be one
definitely
of the
he has to be
ambassadors,
there.
definitely he will be there.
Has to be there. Have you actually
Alhaji
seen
Diop-
where Stephen Appiah?
Alhaji
Where
Diop-
this Muntari,
Yeah.
these people.
Do we think that there's one thing I wanted to bring out? Because you see when they played the time Messi played the Olympics
Yeah.
with them Aguero and Co,
Yeah,
Mikel
that time.
and all of them. And then even the time Ronaldo came out and then some of these players. Do you think the age factor that we are using in Africa is actually affecting our players? Because a player will break out now.
Some question. No.
A player
That's
will
where you're Bonsam.
a player will break
The age
out
factor.
now.
assessment.
Then
Obi na dey know
you know go fit
17
play
hours,
more than
age
2 Afcon. You
Yes,
don't already.
you know,
Is that the pants?
we are saying
Master,
football is
Me I tell you,
scientific.
sir, I drop 70.
You know,
No green.
the
They say town.
So I think maybe I think CAF should actually
No, no,
really.
the-
Some of them they might be
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
Let's
25 years.
actually breed
Yeah, they
players
can-
that could actually
they-
stand the test of
good.
time.
They can regulate it in that, because football is science. Your age determines the level of aggression of training that you are
Oh
exposed
yeah.
to.
And the longevity. How long you go fit?
You get it. If you say you are 10 years and they go in to expose you to a 10-year-old training,
Yeah, we'll be
after all tests being taken in place, come on, to me.
And I said what the 10
Your body
years.
better be now with the 10
When
years.
the 10 years now call pharmacy. Then they give you medicine for 17. They will give you medicine
You
for
get
10
it.
years.
You get my point.
Oh, blood pressure.
Good. Because it is scientific, every other thing now and make it a scientific process and complete is being put in
But I
place.
think it's getting better.
You go into
Yeah, I
that.
think
I think
it's better
Yes,
now.
it's getting better. People
I
are
want
being
to
smart.
sneak a vet crown and
People,
because
people are being
before-
smart. People are, in fact, there's a difference. Those with science background, there's a difference. +1 -1. You get it? Until if the football age is like this, okay, I'm 10. However, I want to, reduce it. People advise it's advisable to reduce it to 8, rather than say I'm 5. Watch me.
But they really took it back then.
Charlie,
Taiwo.
Taiwo, what have they come to?
You see,
If you tell the story, if you tell the story,
the bigger the gap, the more you sell yourself out because the training will be so vigorous. When this guy Partey's second full season in Atletico Madrid, after their coach, what is his name?
Simeone.
After Simeone took them through one session, Partey was vomiting.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that is what happened.
So we have listened to
What the weather did.
It was the weather. It was too chilly.
it was
that thing is
associated
affecting.
to a lot
Trust
of
me, those
other
guys
things.
then hold.
However, when you
It was
go
the
to the
weather.
system, pan check.
Partey is a young guy.
No,
Hold.
bro.
Partey be like 23.
He like 45.
So we can actually do something about it. Ghana, I know, Nana Amponsa, former Kotoko CEO.
Yeah.
He has a whole setup studio of which you can use to check your bone level, your bone growth, and you depend on it it will guide you as in how you can take your age off, the limits you have to go, and all that. So when a player, for him, he has a club, Fire Rangers. So when he's selling a player, he makes sure he knows because he already has that history, scientific history. He knows the age that he is to give to that guy and the clubs that he is to sell the person to. So we can invest. You know, it's a whole investment. If you have that whole sort of setup and you put the person through, it can guide you as to age, you know, how you can, the number of age that you can take off or the number of age that you can add up. You get it? So in that state, you'll be within those.
Because that thing is a very big factor.
Yeah, it's a very, we're here. When our national under 17 team, they took them to a competition and then MRI showed them out. So I'm talking about MRI test.
Which one was the Australian?
I don't know.
So he showed them out.
The thing affected the France team, the France national team, because the last World Cup before this one, you see that team, and even the last two World Cup, you see that team. Then the last one, the one they won, it was all African ball.
Yeah, it was an African.
And then all those guys, they were like, Kante,
French, even Zidane won in a movie Algeria.
Oh yeah. So even Thierry Henry, we all know.
And the guys,
Henry.
so let's look at it. It's the game. You know, the tournament started 4 days ago, or less than a week, right?
Yeah, less than a week.
Less than a week. But so far, who has been so impressive, like player of the tournament?
Me. I'll go for Fofana.
Fofana. Which country?
Ivory
Coast.
The scorer of the opener.
Just like see movement, like
the guy is right there.
Like,
The guy is right there.
But in the Black Star team,
Of course, they really have some good players. That Jackson, they have Nicolas Pepe.
They have Adingra.
I've been impressed with
Savio Real still there. Wow.
Osimhen. I've been impressed with Osimhen because they play him low. Because usually over there they play him low.
So now they won't.
That match.
Just like you were saying,
You see,
Osimhen is that guy who you have to give him those passes that will put him on a run. And you have to give him those crosses. He's good in the air.
Yeah.
He's good with runs. But with the Nigeria's first match, I never saw any successful pass for a run.
Not even
and there was only one successful cross. That is the cross he used to equalize. There was only one successful cross.
He had
For
two
example, he's
chances.
good at.
He had chances.
After
There was
that,
like 2-1-1.
after that,
There
he
was
had
like,
a one-on-one thing that he was supposed to have converted. But that's football.
Because he has a lot of stuff to prove in this tournament.
And
you are the current African player of the year.
Good. And you asked the question, right?
Yeah, Black Stars.
Black Stars. So far, for my player of the tournament is Lamine Camara of Senegal, just 20-year-old.
Okay.
He played Chan. Chan is the local base.
Yeah.
Yes, Lamine Camara. Chan is the local one in 2022. He won it. He was adjudged the best player in that tournament. He has traveled. He is the current young player of the year on the African continent. And this is his first time that he's playing in the national team at Afcon. and he scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
And as it stands now, his goal leads as the goal of the tournament.
Highest
His
goal
second
scorer.
goal.
Yeah.
A very brilliant wall-taking goal.
I think I go with him too.
And if I should go for Black Stars, my player of the tournament now is, for the Black Stars, is Alexander Jiku. Because when everything was going all out and out of control for our scorers from the attack to midfield, a central defender like Jiku came, he did the equalizing. Without him, you could have considered more.
Look at the saves.
Solid, and to count it all, he ended up with the man of the match at the end of the game. So for our Black Stars, Alexander Juku for me, but for the general tournament, Lamine Kamara is on top for me.
I think for me to Jiku, that's it for me.
For Black Stars, for me, I'll go for that guy. That guy has always had the drive. I missed him in the last World Cup.
Okay.
The injury,
Yeah.
couldn't let the guy really
Guys, it's been
press him.
this conversation.
If Ashimero's goal should have stand right,
it could have been somewhere, yeah.
You know, because I'm looking out for Ashimero.
But generally, this is the first time we are having VAR in CAF competition.
Yeah.
So far, per the VAR inputs,
It's been
I'm
good.
impressed.
Okay.
To me, I've not been.
I'm impressed. That Ghana incident, it comes with a new FIFA rule. If you are not abreast with it,
You will not be.
you will never be happy. You will feel it is a clear goal. But with the rules, FIFA keep changing that rule every time. So it goes with it. And generally in officiating, even without VAR, I like how the officiating has been, because one of the reasons why people don't go to stadium in Ghana and then an African continent is the performance of referees.
That's why they beat them.
I'm telling you, the performance of referees.
Also arguing that it's
But
spoiling the game.
now,
no.
what's the difference between the performance of African referees and the Premier League now?
There's no difference.
I can't even say
Premier
my
League
mind on
referees,
that.
they do what they want. I've been to over 80% of Ghana Premier League match venues in Ghana, and one of the things that you hear people talk about is the performances of referee. Referee no current team call.
Yeah.
Referee way. Or time team now not come. You see, so referees are a major key stakeholders. If people really want to come, and if games really has to interest people or fans, referees are key. In Africa, we have a track record about officiating.
Talking about referee, we actually have the first female referee.
Yep.
Yeah.
A South African lady
from South Africa.
Well endowed,
Who
right?
officiated?
Oh,
Well endowed. Boy, special.
As a South African, there must be
of course,
personality.
South African
and as a Zulu lady.
So imagine this.
There must be personality. Nigerian match. Nigerian match she officiate.
Okay, so I think on our earlier conversation, you were talking about the Afcon Cup being one of the most revered.
Yeah.
Apart from the
World Cup.
Let's
And, aside the fact that the African trophy, the CAF or Afcon trophy, is the second most valuable.
Wow.
It is only second to the World Cup. Looking at the amount of gold, weight that was used, and then its beauty and all that.
Gold?
Yes.
Abuasi.
Pure gold.
What's the second?
With the exception of the World Cup, the second trophy with the highest amount of gold input is the Afcon trophy.
Are they allowed to sell?
No, you can't sell.
I think when you win it over
So when you win it over a
you keep
period of
it.
time, then you keep it. The new one will be gold.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, they'll do anyone.
Over the 30.
Oh, yes, it
whatever.
has been the same thing.
Wow.
They don't give it to you. When you win it, you come and
Had
take
it
it.
for keep, right?
Yeah, Egypt had it for keep some time ago. And
This is
so
a new one.
this is a new one. We have molded a new one. And then again, this time around, the awards in terms of monetary has been increased. And that now the winner gets about $7 million. You take it away. And then the second,
But
you
Ghana
get
will
about
spend $10 million.
from-
Then we'll go.
We win $7 million.
$4 million.
What a business.
Yes.
Ghana go spend $10 million.
What a business.
How much Nigeria they spend? Ghana they spend 10 million. How much
So-
Nigeria they spend?
Nigeria, they know they spend like
No. As for Nigeria, it's just major. Some elites always come out. Like the last time out, Otedola actually even just single-handedly, give the
Sponsor,
players
okay.
money. We even have elites who will say, if you score, whoever score, you will take this amount of money. Whoever
We don't even know
like
the
personal
bylaws.
people.
It is allowed.
Yeah, these are
It
just
is allowed.
private people, and they just do this.
It's
thing.
allowed, even with
That's
clubs.
good. Clubs
Yeah.
like
In Ghana,
yeah, club, first group,
especially
will give you
Kotoko.
this, you know.
The well-to-do fans of Kotoko pay Kotoko players more than Kotoko.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? So it happens.
You get it? So it happens.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is it about it.
Charlie, guys, I think we need to just wrap up.
Before we go, who do you think that can actually win this? You guys.
Ghana, our beloved country,
best team in the world.
is free forever.
The best team in the world.
Ghana will win the trophy.
But
I
Ghana,
don't have.
to me,
Maybe more.
Let's see.
forget Max. Ghana they win.
What could you with him?
for me, I believe Senegal can retain it because they are still focused. They still have the core of their team. They are scoring. They are playing good football. They are not affected by injuries. And there's telepathy, cohesion, understanding, and beauty. It's just there.
All
And,
this-
and so far, they play good football.
We haven't watched them.
They play and they understand themselves. Somebody can even turn he or his back and then give a pass or look in those kind of passes or looking passes. And you can see some level of seriousness. You can see a team that means something, a team that wants to do history. In fact, since they changed the trophy, we've never had a nation that wins it back to back. You get it? In this 21st century, we've never had a team that has won it back to back. So they are really on an agenda. And per the teams that people have made mention as them being favorite, they've all disappointed. They are even, those teams are even struggling to get draw. Come on, 1 point.
Did you mean draws or draw?
No, I said draw.
Draw.
That I don't want to go to the plural, so that's
Draw.
draw. So Senegal for me.
Senegal.
But there are other teams that will be dark horses. Dark horses in that they will cause other teams, they will give them some
Upset.
big sort of upset. Cape Verde is one.
Okay.
Cape Verde has already even started. Mozambique is one. Burkina Faso is one.
I like a vet.
Forget Cape
And
Verde.
forget about Cameroon having had a bad first match. Cameroon will come back again, and Cameroon will be another one. Cameroon is not tipped as a favorite, but they are a team that they are a relatively younger team. They
Yes, team.
know what they will do, and you know, in tournament, there are countries or teams that grow into the tournament.
To the tournament.
As the tournament proceed, there are teams that will announce their presence.
Ghana is
Now you look at the Nigerian team, and I feel that if there is any other teams among the favorite that can cause an upset, it will be the Nigerian national team. In that they have every bit except playing as a team.
Yeah.
Playing individually.
They have everything perfect except
That was
playing
what
as a
was
team.
missing there.
That is their only issue. And when you look at the last time Nigeria won the competition in 2013, it started off like that. They started by drawing, and then as the competition proceed, they grew into the competition, and then they pull it. And the last time it was played in Cote d'Ivoire, they were losing finals. Nigeria was losing finals, and Cameroon was the eventual, winners. So
they normally warm up.
when you look at the historical background, all the history stand at the side of Nigeria. And you know, in competitions or in tournament, history counts. Before you go into the game, if the history comes to you and the coach uses the history to talk to you in a certain manner, it can ginger you to do what you yourself
I'm
can't
not sure
imagine.
this our Portuguese man he get any get any clue.
You know,
Get clue.
you know, this is about Portuguese man. It just they pay me say like, they try experiment some things. You know, he is one of the coaches in terms of the profile. He's one of the most respected coaches.
Yeah.
Portuguese.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has handled Sporting CP,
Lisbon.
Yeah.
Real Madrid assistant coach,
Yeah.
Sporting Braga.
So what's
And
happening?
Lali-
Is it an internal thing? Or something?
I think it's not internal stuff. I don't know what happened.
So when you look at his profile, as a coach.
Maxwell is okay. Maxwell is okay.
Maxwell go give
Maxwell is okay. You mentioned the people who go feel win. Make me to mention. Make me to mention.
Which team make you win?
The team will go win the African Cup. It be Ghana. See, let me tell you, Argentina no lose match.
Those statistics will never win.
Every tournament, Ghana they create your own calculator.
They say the science and data.
Every tournament, Ghana they create your own calculator.
Calculation don't start already.
What with the calculator? This tournament, the calculator.
Somebody for beat somebody.
Apostle Kodosafu do calculator for Black Star. Would they tell you use that calculator? Let I tell you, Ghana go beat Egypt. Ghana go beat whoever comes again.
1-0.
No. See, mark it somewhere. Let me tell you. See, Ghana. If Ghana no win this cup, we go make.
You go shave your
we go make Cote d'Ivoire win them.
But
Period.
you know, it will do us more good if Ghana comes on earlier.
Oh yeah, mba. Now we
We just waste $1
$10 million.
Maybe they could have a good game.
You know, if they could have a good game and meet a well-prepared
He's a professor when it comes to
exit us.
football.
Trust me.
I'm enjoying it.
Forget Maxwell. Maxwell be lotto agent. He go lie you say if you pay 2 numbers.
Which team?
If you pay
For me, I think this Afcon is just is gonna pull up some kind of surprises. Because we all saw the last time out. I will have said my country, Nigeria, but we all saw the last time out. We were the favorite from the group stages. We were whitewashing people. There was 5. There was we were dealing with people, and just for us to face Algeria, then we got what did they call this team? Then we just. That one lone goal, and then we had all the chances. We couldn't. We played well. We were the better team. Yeah. Football can actually be funny sometimes. Yeah, because football, it's so unpredictable sometimes. But sometimes we can actually say, okay, these are the people who will be in the fold and stuff. So I know Senegal will go far. No way. But talking about and then with the home support, Ivory Coast they will leap forward small. Don't write off, whether they've not gotten their first win, don't write off the North Africans. Those teams, they're something else. So for me, I'll still stay at bay right now and be observing. I won't be able to permutate any team right now.
Forget it. Togo self go feel winner.
Okay, so for me, I think that one of the underdogs, because I've watched Quebec, if they are playing the way they keep on playing what they are playing.
You are supporting Quebec, forgetting that they lack the cutting edge.
Forget.
When they have to bite you,
all because
then
of
they
me.
lose their teeth.
I'll be just layman watching.
But get fat there, man.
I don't know why.
You know something.
But me, I know there'll be an upset.
As the tournament proceed, if I get the opportunity to come back here again, I'll make some predictions. You see, people will take some money, you know.
Because Ghana go score Egypt 2-0. Yo, producer, I better capture this. On Thursday, Ghana is beating Egypt 2-0.
If Ghana no feel what Moku do.
If Ghana no win, Moku go beat the people of Togo.
For the time of the match, it will favor Egypt a bit.
I wanted to say that.
For the time of the match, it will favor
I said, make
Egypt
you know
a
to
bit.
listen to
If it was supposed to be afternoon, it could have helped us a lot.
But why it's in the evening?
Yes.
Apart from the time, I'll say something. You know, if there is one trophy that has actually has not yet been in the cabinet of M.SALAH, you know, the king of Egypt. And you know, and for you to be actually addressed as one of the sons of Pharaohs, you have to actually win. And
we are sons of Black Star.
So I think it will be coming with blood that day. It will be coming with everything because they cannot lose that match. They cannot draw that match.
You know,
they will want to.
Nobody go agree.
That match.
We not go agree.
I'm just saying.
Black Stars is supposed to be playing well. It could have been one of the matches of the tournament.
Yeah.
That very much.
But see,
Black
we
Stars
go
was
give them
playing well.
It
should have been one of the matches of the
Egypt.
We all
you know, we don't know the motivation that will come out from
I say
the Black
Egypt.
Stars.
We go give the we go change things. We no carry any mulatto go put friend center forward. It no go happen. Right? We go push Ashimero make to go.
Charlie, guys,
We go push Ashimero. Salis go there.
I think as the game.
Jordan said we go there.
It's okay.
No. Togo said
It's okay.
even Togo said go fit win. Togo go fit win the catch. Togo not inside.
The team they arrange, if you don't take care, we'll come up home with -10.
No. Even the goalkeeper, he no go catch.
They don't get it when you say, guys, don't play. Just go.
No go happen.
You people, Charlie, guys.
You go see me shy. You go see me shy.
Charlie, it's been.
Boys, I don't cooperate. Boys,
Why they clap?
I know boys, so
You won't keep mosquito.
Charlie, the keep mosquitoes in our front now. Charlie, it's been hot in here. I mean, we've been discussing, and the conversation has been really good. Very insightful conversation, educative, entertaining. And I really love everybody's submission, especially with Maxwell. You know, if you give Maxwell the chance, Ali, Obeko into toes.
You know they like my submission.
I said I love everybody's submission.
You know they like our submission.
Forget about make you don't worry.
I don't talk. I don't finish now.
The fight man.
You go get out.
You go tell them something.
You go get out.
Charlie, I really love this. For me as a layman, I've learned a lot from
You not
all these
layman.
people. I mean, with Troy coming in with, he knows that Ghana will they won't play.
I say people go play my video.
I beg you.
My video
And
go
then
go
of
viral.
course with sticks. No, I didn't know sticks. You have some football, thing like that. But you be like you be historian, eh? You everywhere you be like you dey. Even pastor.
I once met a lawyer.
Hey.
Those are the things you get from supporting Arsenal football club.
Yeah, I once met a lawyer. You know, as lawyers, they are expected to be around the reading side, the art. He asked me, "Hey, young man, what program are you reading?" I said, "Oh, pure science." I said, "What?" Then he asked me a question about Einstein. I was like, "Why you're a lawyer? How do you know Einstein?" I said, "My friend, be serious."
I tell you.
You are supposed to know everything.
You are supposed to know everything.
Charlie, on that note, let's be serious. This has been AfroPod. I mean, we came your way with the Afcon edition today, and we've discussed a lot about the Afcon. As the game progresses, we'll look at, all that is going on. We'll bring you more on the Afcon as well. Thank you so much. Like we keep saying, Charlie, AfroPod, we are the number one, whether you like it or not. There's a transformer in front of you. You can hug it. We don't care. And this 2024, we are not green. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you. Go on our YouTube channel. Yes, go there, comment, tell us what you think, give us reviews. Go on our IG AfroPod, and then tell us what you think. Everything that you want to let us know. Thank you.